A professional product photo shoot for a brand costs anywhere between $2,000 and $10,000. You're booking a studio, hiring a photographer, renting lighting rigs, scheduling a stylist, and that's before a single frame has been shot. Then you wait days for the edited selects to come back, only to realize you needed a different angle, a different mood, a different story, and you do it all again. What if you could generate a full set of commercial-grade product shots, 4 distinct images, each with its own lighting direction, scene composition, and cinematic treatment, in under 3 minutes? No studio, no photographer, no waiting. Today I'm showing you the AI Photoshoot Director in TurboAgents, and after you see what it produces, you will never look at product photography the same way. Here's the reality for most brand teams and e-commerce operators. A proper product shoot isn't just expensive, it's slow. You brief a photographer, wait for availability, prep the product, shoot, cull, retouch, and finally get an asset that may or may not match the creative direction you had in your head. Agencies charge thousands, freelancers take days, and if you're launching multiple SKUs or running frequent campaign cycles, the maths breaks down fast. The alternative, stock photography, gives you something generic that every competitor can also license. It kills brand distinctiveness, and editing your own product photos in Lightroom or Photoshop requires skills most marketers simply don't have. That's exactly the gap the AI Photoshoot Director in TurboAgents fills. Let me show you how it works. The interface is clean, 8 fields across 3 rows, and most of them are optional. The whole setup takes under a minute. Field 1 is the physical subject. This is where you upload your product image. I'm uploading a photo of a premium glass perfume bottle with a diamond-cut crystal stopper. Just a plain product shot taken on a phone. That's all TurboAgents needs to work with. Field 2 lets you select a stock model if you want the product shown with a person. Options range from high-fashion female to commercial male to diversity editorial. For this run, I'm leaving it blank. Product only, the bottle is the star. Field 3 is the style preset. This is your one-click atmosphere control. The options are Clean Studio, Golden Hour, Urban Interior, and Noir Cinematic. I'm selecting Noir Cinematic. High contrast, dramatic shadows, moody film grain. Exactly right for a luxury fragrance. Field 4 is for a style reference. You can upload a vibe image here and TurboAgents will analyze its lighting and color grading and replicate that aesthetic exactly. I'm leaving this blank today and letting the preset do the work. Field 5 is Pose. Since we're going product only, I'm selecting Macro Product Detail, tight, close-in shots that show the texture and materiality of the glass. Field 6 is Batch Output. I'm setting it to 4 variations. TurboAgents will generate 4 distinct shots from a single brief. Field 7 is the Aspect Ratio. I'm going with editorial, 4:5, the ideal format for Instagram and digital catalog use. And Field 8 is the Custom Brief, an optional plain language instruction. I've written a sleek marble vanity surface, black velvet draped in the background, single dramatic side light from a tall window catching the glass facets. Then I hit the Optimize button, which rewrites the brief from the perspective of a professional photographer and art director, tightening the scene into something more atmospheric and visually precise. Now I hit Generate Concept. Watch what happens on screen. TurboAgents doesn't just spin a loading bar, it shows you exactly what's happening behind the scenes. It moves through 8 distinct processing stages: analyzing visual silhouettes, mapping chromatic reference vectors, synthesizing lighting environments, optimizing textures and depth, executing the high-fidelity batch render, developing raw output data, applying professional post-processing, and finalizing high-poly detail. This is a 2-step process under the hood. TurboAgents first generates a full shot plan, a text description of each distinct scene, and then renders each image individually from that plan. That's why the shots appear progressively in the grid, one by one as each finishes, rather than all at once. You're watching a virtual photo director plan and shoot each frame in sequence. And here's what comes back. 4 shots in an editorial grid, each badged with the style and shot type in the top left corner, all reading Noir Cinematic close-up. The first shot is an extreme macro. It's zeroed in on the razor-sharp geometric edge of the glass where the crystal facet meets the bottle shoulder. A single intense shaft of light strikes that edge and explodes into a starburst, rays scattering across the dark frame. The marble surface beneath is barely visible, just enough texture to anchor the product. This is the kind of image that stops a scroll cold. The second shot pulls back slightly and shifts the perspective to the product's base where it meets the marble. Light slices across the surface at a low angle, illuminating the intricate veining of the stone while the bottle rises from it like a monument. The glass reads as dark and weighted here, completely different character from the first shot, same product, same brief. The third shot is the one that really shows what this tool can do. It's a side-angle macro focusing on the interplay of light passing through the glass itself. The directional shaft creates a prismatic refraction that fans out across the marble in a spread of spectral color, violet, blue, orange, casting the kind of light you'd spend an hour trying to recreate with a prism and a flash modifier. TurboAgents generates it from a text description. The fourth shot captures the silhouette of the bottle's rim against the pitch-black velvet background. Light catches only the very top edge of the glass, defining its diamond-cut form as a bright line against absolute darkness. Minimal, graphic, premium. 4 shots, 4 completely distinct lighting treatments and compositional angles, all from one upload and one brief. Now here's a feature I want to make sure you see, the Digital Darkroom. Hover over any shot and a pen icon appears. Click it and a full post-production modal opens. On the left, your shot. On the right, a professional grading panel. The color grading LUTs section gives you 5 options: raw output, vintage Kodak, modern Arctic, sunset glow, and high contrast black and white. Each one is a distinct color science treatment that re-renders the image, not just a filter overlay. Below that, institutional retouching, 2 sliders for skin smoothing and detail sharpening. For a product-only shot like this, I'm pushing detail sharpening up to 83% to bring out every micro facet in the crystal stopper and every vein in the marble. Then I hit Commit Enhancements and TurboAgents re-renders the shot with the grade baked in. The result updates live in both the modal and the main grid. You can apply multiple rounds of grading, and when you're happy, you download each shot individually as a full-resolution PNG ready for your CMS, your ad platform, or your print supplier. Let's talk about what just happened. A studio shoot for 4 commercially usable product images in a luxury aesthetic. Conservative estimate $2,000 to $4,000 plus 1 to 2 days of calendar time. What you just watched took under 3 minutes and a product photo you already had on your phone. For e-commerce operators launching new SKUs every week, that maths is transformative. For agencies managing multiple brand clients, you can iterate on creative direction in real time, in a client meeting, before a brief has even been formally approved. For founders doing their own marketing, you now have access to the same visual quality as brands spending 10 times your budget on photography. The AI Photoshoot Director is live now inside TurboAgents. Upload your product today and see what it looks like when it gets the shoot it deserves.